I'm Geoff, and I'm really proud to be the chair of OPAL. And I guess what that really entails is making sure that we have the right strategy and plans and policies and resources in place so that we can continue to do the wonderful services that we run. And I'm really lucky because we have a fabulous team, the staff, the volunteers, the trustees. Things work well and make my life very easy from that point of view, which gives me some time to do other things which are important, particularly engaging with all the different bodies across the region, whether it's the council or the NHS, partners, funders, really to make them aware of OPAL and to make sure that our reputation is high and we're actually able to give a voice to the older people that we look after. So OPAL stands for Older People Active Lives. We've been going since 2011 and our mission, I'm pleased to say, has been the same all the way through, and very simply it's to try and prevent loneliness for older people living in rural West Cheshire. We run 5 different services. We're probably best known for our activity clubs, which is where we started back in 2011. And this is for people who are perhaps a bit more frail. So one of our fabulous volunteer drivers will pick the individual up, take them down to a club where they're there for about 4 hours. They'll do different activities, they'll play games, they'll do some chair exercise, perhaps some crafting, maybe a talk or some entertainment. They always have a lunch, which is really important, and probably the best thing for them is having a chat and a bit of fun over a cup of tea with old friends that they wouldn't see otherwise. Sort of allied to that, we run a befriending service because some people can't get out as much as they want. So we match a volunteer, we do this very carefully to match a volunteer with the older person so that they have things in common, things that they can talk about. And the volunteer will ring them up regularly to see how they're going, have a chat, and also go round and just do other little bits to help, maybe pop down the road to post a letter or get a prescription for them, things like that. For people who are a little bit more able, but maybe on their own, we run a service called Branching Out, where they're able to come to us and we'll organise activities, trips and things like this. But it's particularly for people who are on their own, maybe sadly lost a partner, and to try and get them to be able to re-engage with their community. So as well as things that we do, we also try and signpost them. Perhaps you should join U3A as well, or a book club or a walking club, and that's branching out into the different things. Then an awful lot of older people fit into the category of digitally excluded, probably include myself in this. People who don't really understand how the internet works and how to safely go online, maybe don't even have any smart devices. So our Go Online service will, again, based around some fabulous volunteers who are sort of more technically able, who will do one-to-one either through a drop-in session or if somebody can't get out, go to their home. And it could just be, I don't know how to turn this on, that's fine, we'll show you. Some people come along for 6 months and really learn how to do online banking and particularly nowadays the NHS app, which is so important to everything that's going on. And we'll learn lots of things through that way. And the 5th one is, there's no doubt in the world, people who are carers are just expected to get on with it. Nobody's there to help and support them. Of course you're a carer, you'll do it, which is dreadful because it's a tough life. So we try and support carers by offering the opportunity to come together. We might perhaps meet at a cafe or maybe have a boat trip down the river. They go to Story House, the wonderful cinema. And as well as us being able to sort of just help them and give them a bit of socialising, actually them talking to other carers and learning from their experiences and learning that there's other people in the same position is really great. And we encourage them to bring their cared for person along, which is good. And if they can't, then we try and work out that if we can get a sitting, some volunteer to go around to the house so that the carer can still come out. There's a lady called Anne in her 80s who lives opposite our club. Comes along every week, but she can't come over on our own, so somebody goes to help. So one of our new members of the team went over one day, walking across the road. So just to make conversation, he sort of said, well, so what have you been doing since you came over to the club last week? And she went, nothing, as usual. This is the only time I ever get out of the house. But she didn't say it in a grumpy or complaining way. She was actually smiling and quite happy because she looks forward. You know, half of the week she's looking forward to coming to it. The other half of the week she's talking about how great it was. And in a nutshell, that's what OPAL is all about. It spreads happiness and brings a bit of meaning to Anne and hundreds of other people like her. We always need money. There's absolutely no doubt in that. In order to be able to do the services that we run. You can donate to OPAL, which would be absolutely brilliant, but actually I think a better way is we are in a lottery which is syndicated to a large lottery. So you buy a ticket from OPAL, that goes into a bigger lottery, so you get good prizes, but we get 50% of everything that goes in, and that is a great way where you can help OPAL but also have a bit of fun at the same time. It comes through to us. We're always looking for people to volunteer, whether it's as drivers or cooks or helping in activities, sitting service, the good neighbour. And the thing, it's just such a rewarding thing to do. Everybody who volunteers really loves what they gain out of it. The way to find out, very simply, the best way is to look at our website. It's OPAL Services, all one word, opalservices.org.uk. And on there it will tell you if you want to volunteer, if you want to donate, if you want to play the lottery, and all about everything that we do.